What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News. And I have some new news concerning everything. Ryan Waterson, Counterpunch to you. You heard the stuff on people saying Wilder said Breland spiked his water with muscle relaxant. Yes, I have. I just heard a portion of the 78 Sports TV. Hold on, let me change my camera. All right. Yeah, because it's getting dark here where I'm at. Everybody hit the like button. We have a lot to talk about. I'm uploading these videos as we speak, but I had to go live because there's no time for that because I must counterpunch the bullshit. Guys, hit that like button. We got to talk. We got to chop it up. There is some shit we have to talk about. Nikki Blue Eyes, Counterpunch to you. Jobby Go, what's up, brother? Lewis S., Antonio Matthews, Jim Brown. Wilder is back in the spotlight, and he didn't even have to get his ass whooped this time. Well, I think that's what put him in the dark, the ass whooping. So Counterpunch to that, you know. Christopher Scott, what's up, brother? Counterpunch. Lade Afolabi, Counterpunch. Wilder is deluded. I think Wilder's mad. Wilder's upset, people. He's upset. You know what? He's livid. He's livid now. Because I think what he finally realized, people, is that this shit is real. See, I think he was just going to sit back, chill, let people talk for him, let the fucking managers and shit set up the rematch and this, that, and the other. But you had a fucking natural disaster, a pandemic on top of, and listen, he should have been paying attention to what people were saying. Mark McGowan, Counterpunch to you. Sami Khan, Jorge Fortes, Kobe Reactions, Counterpunch to you guys. Domino Don, remember me, big up to you. Absolutely. David Woods, can't hear to wait what you got to say on Wilder. What a plunker. Man, I'm going to tell you, I damn near want to wait to the videos, but look, because they're uploading. They're uploading right now. These videos are uploading, and it's some crazy shit. Basically, what I want to talk to you guys about is the past on up to now. See, here's the thing. The media itself, you can look back and say what a person said. You know why I didn't really believe and trust Shelly Finkel? Because Shelly Finkel in 2018 said, you know what? We agreed to terms of them fighting Anthony Joshua. Then the very next fucking week, maybe it was a week and a half, he said, we didn't agree to terms. See, those guys, you have to be censored on the shit you say and have to remember something. That's the thing about a lie. A lie has to be remembered because if you don't remember the lie, by nature, people tell the truth. So that when they tell the truth, they forget, yo, I already fucking lied. Damn. Right? That's the difference. And that's the problem with lying. You have to remember those lies as truth. And then when he turned around and said, I'm like, well, dude, you just said, did you agree? And this was the 15 million. This wasn't the slave wages on the 12.5. But because look at it. Look how everything is out in the open. Now, Wilder's pissed at Fury. I told you guys for Wilder fucking with Fury. He shouldn't have never fucked with him like that. But that's what you do when you go out of your way, because he went out of his way to fight this fucking guy. Give him another opportunity. Why? If you thought you already whooped him and beat him, you got the belt, you're the champion. He took nothing from you. So why did you have to fuck with him again? You didn't even need anything from Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury had to come in. Ex-Con, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. He needs to be rushed into a clinic. He just gave his birth after 9 months silence. He is suffering with potential depression. Look, he said he's not depressed, but you know what? I know he's pissed. I know he now realizes, hey, I fucked up. I made a mistake. I should have took that DAZN shit. I should have took it right away. This, that, and the other. You know, I should have fought Anthony Joshua in April of last year. That would have been the biggest fight. Think about it. This was before Corona, right? We didn't have the bullshit we have now. It would have been at Wembley Stadium, 90,000 fucking people, probably about 95 to 100 because of the complex event going on. See, Vladimir Klitschko, Anthony Joshua, that was a huge fight, but it wasn't as big as it could have been because there were belts on the line, but it wasn't an undisputed fight on the line. This would have been an undisputed fight. Fury made a comment about drinking the water, never left my mind in the situation. You know what? I think at this point, like I put in my videos, you guys need to check these videos out. We got to recap. These mosquitoes suck, so we're taking this in. I'm not doing this. This shit is terrible. I mean, these in the Caribbean, these bloodsuckers, they are terrible. I mean, with the capital T. Okay. So I'm going to bring my laptop and everything and move in here mobile. Got to get some light. Bear with me, guys. Where's the light switch? No, it's a light here somewhere because it's still a little dark. Let me find it. I think that's better. Okay, guys, I am back. What do we have? Yeah, drinking the water. Yeah, just posted a video about drinking the water. I want to hear from Breland or Wilder's team. He's a bad winner and a shameful loser. I have I have a volume of videos that I'm gonna make about that because it was a very long interview. Okay, but I'm gonna do that in time. It's not gonna be all today. I already did like a few of them today, so I don't want to just clutter my fucking channel with Wilder stuff because he decided to come forth. But I think he knows now what's up. He knows that this shit's real. He understands that, hey, I fucked up. I should have fought. I should have, at this point in my career, took a stand, went for undisputed, went for the gusto, put put everything on the table, because he has nothing. He has no WBC belt. He has no undefeated record like Floyd fabricated over the years and made everybody think that you need and all that shit, right? So he doesn't have any of that. So his fears are gone at this point. But what's remaining? His anger. He's pissed off because he knows, and he admitted, yo, I should have fought Joshua for more money. I should have fought him for more money. Yeah, Wilder busted himself. He did. Lade, he did. You don't say any shit like that. Wilder's now liable because it's come from his mouth, could cause problems. What do you think? James, AMG, Counterpunch to you. He's upset. And it's, you know what? This is a state of insanity. Listen to me, people. This is insanity. You know what insanity means, right? It's not crazy. It's doing the same shit over and over again, expecting a different result. You already know what happened. Like, we already knew Tyson Fury showed his ass at him. So why would you keep fucking running after Tyson Fury and fucking with Fury? You had no business doing that. You had no business turning around and keep pushing for a fight that nobody fucking wants. Nobody really didn't care about fucking Fury and Wilder again. Everybody thought Fury won anyway. Outboxed him. Fury, he got a couple scares. He dropped Fury a couple times. A referee, it's not a discrepancy. It's the decision of the referee. Jack Reese, he's always doing that. He's always been a referee that gives the fighter the benefit of the doubt when they get off the canvas. So you can't say that. You can't say it's a fucked up referee. You couldn't say this, that, and the other. Stop. You should have fought Anthony Joshua. You should have done that. But you let a man come, sneak your position, steal your position. Now he's running away with your position. The things that you could have had, you don't have now. Counterpunch. It's it. That's all you really have to deal with. That's all you really have to deal with to understand. Wilder's pissed. He's pissed and he knows what's at stake. He knows what he's losing because he ain't gonna get that fight. And I think he just went along and said, you know what, fuck it, let me just tell everything now because there's no reason. This fucking guy, which I should have known, is fucked me over again. He's fucked him over again. Tyson Fury fucked over Wilder already. So Wilder should have knew better. Should have known, look, I ain't fucking with this dude. He's slippery as cat shit or slippery as a fish or whatever. And he will look, and look, there's nothing Wilder can do at this point. And it's bad because at least he was going to, this is what Wilder should have done. Because, I mean, Wilder should, after the loss, he should have just shut the fuck up. Okay. Which pretty much he did. Okay. He did that. The only problem is he had his minions speaking for him, people speaking for him. You know, hey, I got inside sources. It's confirmed that investigation is going to come in. It's going to the court. It's going to the law. It's this, that, and the other. And it was so many things. He said, well, I don't really listen to this stuff. Yeah, you do. You listen to this shit. You know what I mean? And if you don't listen to it, somebody's going to tell you about it. Like he said, I've heard a lot of things that I didn't say or I didn't do. This didn't happen. But we know how you feel now. We know what happened. So it was about the same shit. So if it was about the same shit, we already know, hey, you think this happened. Since you think it happened, this is what you should do. And if he thought that, again, if he thought that shit happened, he shouldn't have fucked with Fury in the first place. You know, I still feel he needs to fight Fury in England. You know, I hope this is a way for him to sell the fight. I hope it is. But if it's not, what can you do about the shit? What can you really do about it at this point? There's nothing you can really do at all. That's why I think, you know what? Let me say what I need to say because it's some bullshit. Let me really tell the truth now. Let me stop bullshitting. Let me tell what really was. And what really was is Joshua wanted that fight. Joshua and Team Earn were sending this guy contracts. I don't know what him and Shelly Finkel were doing. They were sitting on him. They were avoiding him. They were ignoring them. I guess they were trying to get themselves more money, which was a very bloody smart idea, people, because he did. They offered this man $100 million or $80 million or something like that. He ain't made that type of money. He should have took the shit. Now, shame on Al Heyman for shutting that shit down, for hating on that deal. But see, I think it took Deontay Wilder losing to understand I fucked up. The people that's in his court, see, and it wasn't just him deciding to do that. It was people around him. Al Heyman said that's Mayweather training money. And you know that's going to piss off Deontay Wilder because Al Heyman's a slick, sweet-tongued bastard. So he knew exactly what to say to keep Deontay Wilder away or to sway his decision from not getting in there with Anthony Joshua, because if he did get in there with Joshua and he got his ass fucking creamed, what could he really do? You know what I mean? Those guys are the Bloods. They're the Crips. At any point, why would you face each other? Because one has to win and one has to lose. And it could be Wilder. So they were like, no, we ain't got to do that right now. You know, we ain't made enough money from this guy for this guy to be doing that. Mike Hall, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Breland saved his life. Y'all look, I have so many. Lady Shine, counterpunch to you. The lies got so in depth that he just decided to go with it till the end. He will take all this to the grave. He contradicted himself multiple times in an interview. We don't want him in England. Damn. Counterpunch to you, Lady Shine. Man, went hard on Wilder. Fucking liars. Counterpunch. Countering with you with a counterpunch. Soph Brown, that's it. Chris Serrano, what's up, what's up, everybody? Look, hit that like button. We got 92 on the chat. Let's get 92 likes. We need to get this in here. We almost got 100 people and they ain't been on here 15 minutes. Hit that like button. Let's get them up. It alerts other people to this live stream. There's been people that not even get notifications at all. James Go, the court was good and Wilder showed that he looked great against the tomato cans, but against good opposition. Well, that's the whole narrative. That's what everybody was saying. Cherry picking. Him and Danny Garcia used to be the biggest cherry pickers, Rod Salka and shit like that. You fighting guys that ranked 176 and all that type of shit. You didn't want to fight those guys that could give you problems. But that's how you fabricate a resume. Counterpunch. That's how you fabricate the shit. So it is what it is, man. You know, yeah, Wilder live on Barbershop Conversation. I'm pretty sure he is. Okay, I mean, I'm pretty sure he is live. You know, Wilder is lying. AJ would have served up Wilder. Dragon Wolf Wilder has done that his whole career. Wilder's officially garbage truck juice. Damn, not your garbage truck juice. Wilder needs to redeem himself. And I think he needs to get off that Fury shit. I think he needs to let that Fury shit go. He really does, because if he keeps chasing Fury, his career is going to be over. Because you're looking at a man, understand this, you're looking at a man that could possibly retire Wilder. And if I'm Wilder, ain't no fucking way in hell I'm going to let Tyson Fury, I'm not going to let him retire me, especially over something I feel that he did wrong. You know what I mean? You can't tell a person what they don't believe. He believes the shit, so it is what it is. Yeah, he can fight Ortiz again. Give him another opportunity. Keep fighting an older and older and older Ortiz, you know. And Ortiz, meanwhile, he's blocking Ortiz from fighting and getting on with the rest of his fucking career because he wants to put him on ice and all that shit. It's terrible. And that was wrong how they did him. See, do you understand his karma? Look what happened to, now we know everything. Look at Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz was offered that fucking money to fight Joshua. He turned it down waiting on it, Deontay Wilder, because, and even though I think Al Heyman did this, he allowed that, he told the manager of Luis Ortiz not to take that fight because he's going to get another opportunity to right his wrong against Deontay Wilder, which was wrong, because that stopped him from fighting other opposition. So we were robbed of the chance to see how good Luis Ortiz was. He could have probably beat Joshua. Who knows? He could have, but it's bad because we'll never know. You know what I mean? This guy, they put him in prison until they let him out to fight the same fucking guy that he fought before. I don't care how good the first fight was. You should never have that type of power over a fighter to stop this guy from getting paid. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason he did that because Al Heyman wanted the control. Exposaholic, just because AJ offered Wilder more than Fury doesn't mean it was a fair offer. What the fuck are you talking about? Exposaholic, you're exposed from the stupid shit you just said. Just because AJ offered Wilder more money doesn't mean it was a fair offer. What the fuck does that even mean? Do you guys just hear that shit? That's the shit I'm talking about. Dude, if he took the money for less, how the fuck is AJ fucking over him? Counterpunch, dude, what the fuck? I normally don't get pissed off about that. But people say the stupidest. Do you guys understand how stupid that shit was? Look, just because AJ offered Wilder more money than Fury doesn't mean it was a fair offer. So taking less money is fucking fair. Are you serious? Dude, I'm not, you know what? I'm not. Kalnaki turned down $7 million for 100,000 versus Hellenius. Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah, that's his fault. He turned down that money too. He did. Fucking dumb comments, Nikki. What the fuck was that? Do you hear what this guy? Look. Y'all gotta hear this shit. Dude, you getting counterpunched the fucking day. Tyrese, thank you for the super chat, brother, by the way. You know what I mean? He did turn down $7 million to get his ass knocked out by the Nordic Nightmare. He knocked his ass out too. Good for him. Fuck him. You guys, them motherfuckers got to stop that easy street shit and get with the real road. Get on the heavy road, the tough road, the real road, the road to success, the road that'll make you blessed. It might be harder, but at the end of the day, people are going to remember you. Not for you taking bullshit. And by the way, you still might get your ass whooped too. Just because you pick a cherry pick intentionally don't mean it's just a sure thing. Counterpunch. Fuck out of here with that, man. This dude, dude, that was some dumb shit. Wilder wanted 50-50, not a flat fee. It doesn't fucking matter if he's taking less. That's what I'm saying. You got a guy that made Exposaholic. He made fucking $2 million, 900,000, 1.5, 3 million for the Fury fight. So you mean, oh, I'm a fight fucking Fury for $3 million just because it's a split and the principle's right, but then I'm not going to take 15 fucking million dollars flat. 3 goes into 15. How many times, Exposaholic? Fucking 5. Dude, get the fuck out of here with that shit, bro. That's some dumb shit. See, what it is, he wanted to be on the same playing field. At the time, he was not. That's why the 50-50 is not warranted. It's not warranted because Wilder was that guy that got really little less pay despite him being a champion. It sucks, but it's a business at the end of the day. I get that. Now, you can say, well, he needs a 50-50 split. Yeah, but why would they give him fucking more money when he can run off in the sunset? And I know they knew Wilder was dangerous, but Floyd did the same shit to Manning. True, he did. He said, we looked at what Pacquiao was making, and we seen what he made in his last fights, and we gave him a fair offer. We gave him $40 million, 20 up front, and 20 after the fight. And that's what he got. So, at the end of the day, I'm the cash cow. So I'm not gonna give him something that he's not worth. You guys remember that shit? I don't know what he made. Every contract is different. Dude, every contract is different, but based on what he made up until that point, he made very fucking little. And if you know that being a businessman, why would you give somebody some more money that you know they ain't worth? Floyd didn't fucking do it, so why should Anthony Joshua? You motherfuckers got a double standard. Y'all let that shit pass for Mayweather, but it can't pass for Anthony Joshua. He knows the business too. No fantasy contracts, right? And he gave that guy, by the way, more than what's his name? The WBO champion, Joseph Parker. He gave Joseph Parker he gave him less money than they offered Wilder. And that was in 2018. I'm not even talking about 2019. I'm not even talking about that year. I'm talking about 2018. That man was offered some money. He was offered a split. He was offered 2 flat rates, then a split, right? He was offered these. But by the time the splits, people don't want to talk about the fucking splits because that's what Wilder asked for. So you're talking about moving the goalpost. Really, the goalpost was kept intentionally being moved because that fight was not trying to be made by that side. Okay, it was not. It was not made. Himself, he got offered a better deal. You know what I'm saying? He got offered more. So if he got offered more, how can you see? That man just said that. I'm uploading the video right now, for Christ's sake. Let me see if it's up. Hold on a second. Because this has to be posted. This is breaking news. Yeah, it's about 50%. About 20 minutes, it'll be there. But look, like I'm telling you guys, it's crazy. Yes, they're all different. But if those contracts are 100, 900,000, 1.5, why would you get, and you make 20, 30 million dollars a fight, or pounds that Anthony Joshua was making, and it kept constantly increasing. Why would you give this man what he's not worth? He was not worth that type of money. So they gave him what he was more than what he was worth, way more. So stop with that dumb shit. That's just like, okay, let's put it in layman term. Exposaholic, you made $30,000 a year. Then you get hired at another place, and then they know what you get made and the strength of getting hired at that place based on what you used to make. And then you sit there and say, you know what? I don't want $30,000 a year. I want give me 100,000. Why the fuck would they give you 100,000 and they already know you made $30,000 a year? That's fucking stupid. You see how stupid that sounds? And then all you can do is, well, normally this is what you're supposed to, because normally this is what this other guy made. It's different from people to people, even in the work area. Like I got a good friend of mine. She is a esthetician or whatever. So they hired her as an esthetician, but they hired her for like $11 an hour plus whatever the 50% commissions are, right? So What happened? The girl before that made $16 an hour. But what's the difference between that woman and her? Two different fucking people, right? So yes, it's negotiated by every situation. Okay, so that's a perfect example. So she can't. She can bitch and piss and moan, but what is she gonna do? She could always quit. But that don't mean she didn't get the job. That didn't mean they weren't trying to hire her. Now she said that, you know what, fuck that job. They ain't trying to hire me. No, you didn't want to take the fucking money for what you were worth. So it leads me to believe, did you really want the job anyway? Counterpunch. Does that make sense to anybody? Wilder asking for 50-50 wasn't fair to Joshua. Wilder was worth 25 at the most. Yeah, I mean, it was a small percentage, but what Wilder was more, like you said, it wasn't worth that split at the time. I don't know what he's worth now because it's hard to tell because he's taken an L and he doesn't have a belt. So all that shit's off the table. He's fucked himself out of that money and he's seeing it. But here's the blessed thing about it. Okay, this is the upside to Wilder. At least Wilder knows who's for him and who's against him, some of these people. And I still think he don't know it all. I still don't give a shit about Shelly Finkel or JD's as opposed to him backing him. I think he made the wrong fucking decision, me personally. But again, that's him. People live and learn though. When he, unfortunately, he has to go through a lot of other shit and see from people that didn't have his best interest. He'll see when time permits. I just think he got it wrong. I think he's like, okay, somebody's fucking over me, but I don't really know who it is. I really don't know who is fucking over me. And I think it's Mark Breeden, that type of shit. You know what I mean? Because where did it start? The only thing he got on Mark Breeden, he told him not to throw in the towel and he did it anyway. That's the only difference. I was impressed with his movement. Oh, Joshua will do a job on Usyk. That's going to be a good fight because, see, we've seen how Usyk deals with somebody slower like Chisora, and it's going to be a very, very good fight. You guys, let's get 100 likes in here. Let's go. Let's get these 100 likes up. Almost knocked out Chisora. Yeah, I mean, you see, Usyk was landing them lefts. He was slapping his ass on left. Bow, 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 bow. And it was, and Chisora looked like his ass was dangling. He was on Queer Street a couple times. If he would have kept putting them together, like I said, if Usyk would have got a stoppage, it would have been a stoppage from the accumulation of those punches. And a lot of those punches, you don't see them bitches coming because he was catching them in angles where his right foot was way behind Chisora's left foot, and he was catching it back, and a lot of those punches Chisora didn't see. And it just shows you something, though. This shows you something, guys. Wilder, White, Joshua, it's a huge difference in power. White knocked out Chisora with a left hook, knocked him smooth out. I know Usyk doesn't supposed to punch like that, but you see that if he gets hit like that with one of these big guys, those guys I mentioned, Wilder, Anthony, or White, it's going to be bad It's going to be bad for him. AJ is faster than Chisora. Exactly, Graham. That's what I'm saying. So he's not going to be able to do a lot of that shit. And, it's going to be a good fight, though, nonetheless, because he still has the footwork to keep Anthony Joshua back. But he's going to have to fight himself inside some type of way. I thought an upset was going to happen. Last night I was wrong. I had Chisora winning by knockout round 12. Well, it could have. But again, the Ukrainian fighters are showing that they are strong, they're tough, and they can take a licking and keep on ticking. Lomachenko showed that despite him losing. AJ Chin is underrated. Fury beats AJ. Hey, he could. AJ smashes Fury in London. Came Carney O'Connor. Can you imagine Sorry, guys. Can you imagine if he did get caught? Jesus, man, such a lightweight. He took some punches, and he took those punches. I know they bothered him a little bit, but I think the next fight, Usyk, he knows what to expect, and I'm glad he's in there with somebody that at least is a banger like Chisora. He's not the hardest punching guy, but he's a strong puncher. So at least he got his pound of flesh with Chisora. That's why he turned it down, because he felt he was worth more money. They didn't. And because the offer was more than Fury fight, don't mean nothing was. Got him, cocksucker. Anyway, did I get him? Well, that was the problem. The Sposeaholic, that was the exact problem. Wilder thought he was more than what he was worth at the time. But that shit comes down to arrogance or confidence or whatever. But it's delusional at the end of the day, because he should have took it, and he had the opportunity to do so, you know? And understand this. Let's give you a perfect example so I can counterpunch this shit and get it out of the way. So then, Andy Ruiz beat Anthony Joshua and took all those belts. So Andy Ruiz was the new unified heavyweight champion of the world, right? Now, it was $9 million negotiated, but Al Heyman, being the businessman that he is, was able to get more money for Andy Ruiz. He was able to get $13 million. So by the standards, if you subtract 500,000, you would get 12.5. 12.5 was slave wages in the eyes of Deontay Wilder. You see what I'm saying? So, but that's his highest purse. But that just shows you, did Andy Ruiz talk shit about a split? No, he took the fucking money, he shut the fuck up, and he was proud of what he made. Okay, first time and second time. He made probably $20 million last year, right? That was his purse. So it just goes to show you, if you keep thinking that you're worth more or whatever, you're going to end up in a situation where you're not. Counterpunch. And that's exactly what happened. And what happened with Wilder? Wilder felt he was worth more money. He felt that, hey, you guys are lowballing me, but then at the same time, you call me cowards. Why would you do that? You're not accepting the money that they're offering you. So how can you say they're moving the goalposts? You're explaining that, hey, the money was you always move the goalposts or whatever. Now you're saying they offered you more money. So which one is it? See, look, you have to pay attention to what you say. That's why I prefer women that I date to talk a lot, because women that talk a lot, at least a person that speaks, you can see what they're saying. They're constantly putting something on the table. The ones that are very quiet, those are the difficult ones, that they don't say shit to give you anything. It's almost like a pure boxer. And first is a quiet person, and a combination person is a person that talks a lot. What happens? They talk a lot, and then they're like, okay, at the end of the day, they give you what they want to give you. Okay, so they give you what they want to give you, so they have something to work with. But somebody quiet, like a pure boxer, won't give you anything, right? Wilder is giving us everything. He's letting it out on the table. He's telling us, hey, that actually did happen. They did actually have a better offer than Tyson Fury. I should have took that. So what ended up happening is, what ended up happening, guys, was Deontay Wilder finally admitted Anthony Joshua was more money, and only he can tell you why he didn't take that money. Counterpunch. So look, this is what we have. Brent Hernandez. AJ's chin is overrated. Klitschko and Ruiz exposed his chin. That was why he took the boxing route. AJ can no longer be a brawler. He has to technically remain on the top spot. Well, I think he learned a lot by that Ruiz fight, and I don't think it's really necessarily his chin. I think it's his temple area. His temple area is a lot better. It's a lot worse. You can't take punches up here. A lot of people are like that. You can take a chin punch all day. He got caught square on the chin. Now, actually, he got caught in the head with Klitschko. but he took a lot of those uppercuts and a lot of those left hooks from Klitschko, and that hit him right on the chin, and he was able to take those punches. So you can't say he's chinny. You can't call him a Amir Khan or somebody, right? But I think that's what that was. Hit behind the head. Chin is AJ Chin is an eggshell. He took a left flush from White and didn't go to sleep. Yeah, but he got buckled a little bit, honestly. You know what I mean? He look, Anthony Joshua is just like any other fighter. He has resistance, but the resistance is only so much. Everyone's like that. Everyone. Amir Chin is a joke, asked Canelo. Yeah, it is, definitely. Brent Hernandez, even against Ruiz, AJ wasn't knocked out cold. Yeah, he went down, but he wasn't out cold. Again, he's not an Amir Khan, people. Okay, I don't really know anybody like that. Well, fuck White, he can't take uppercuts. He was out like a light. That motherfucker was knocked out. So, you know, I mean, you could talk about his questionable chin or whatnot. He does wobble easy, good recovery. Yeah, you know what, Jim Brown? It's a decent recovery. I don't think it's a very significant, because look, it took him 2 or 3 rounds. So I think it took him a few rounds to really recover in the second one. So I think it's decent. He still needs a couple rounds to recover, just like the first Ruiz fight, he didn't. Breland spiked his water. Like, yeah, that's crazy, man. Look, I got a gang of videos about that. It's loading. I want you guys to stay tuned for that. I gotta eat. I just had to break this down to you guys and hit you up for a while. I will reconvene tomorrow. We will go live probably in the morning time. It's crazy. Check out those videos. They're coming soon. Everybody on the chat, thank you guys for coming in. Everybody has been counterpunched. Have a good night. Peace.